Hello, hello, hello. Sorry. Good morning, my trippy hippies. It is Tammy coming to you live today from my office in Farmville, Virginia, looking like a look. It is what it is today. We have had a long couple of days, and I'm so very thankful for each and every one of you. I'm so thankful to be live this morning. I didn't know if that was going to happen or not. And today is going to be a great Sunday sermon. So I hope you will all tune in. We are live in a couple of places today. I'm giving people a few minutes to jump on. This is way more fun with friends. So when you jump on here today, do me a favor and say hello and tell us where you're watching from and drop us a grateful fed in the comments. Today's topic says everything happens for a reason. And man, I tell you what, this week has been a testament to like the craziest stuff happening. And people of all, like in all different aspects of their life, just being in the right place at the right time, or just things happening to where you're in the everything just happens exactly as it's supposed to. So again, this is way more fun with friends. And if you are watching me today, do me a couple of favors. Do what it says down below. Say hello and tell me where you're watching from. I think that's over here, right this side. Like, tell me where you're watching from, and then do what it says down here. This little banner going across the screen this way. See, this way, this way, this way. Right. Drop a grateful fed in the comments. I follow a little bouncy ball. I'm backwards. It's so weird for me. But I would love to see who's watching today. I am live, like I said, in a couple of places. I am live on my personal page. So you're here, you can see me. I'm also live on YouTube. So Miss Norma Jean, you can see, is watching that on YouTube. Grateful Fed in Farmville. And I'm so very grateful for Miss Norma Jean. She's in today's Sunday sermon for sure. Right. I'm live on YouTube, and I'm live in the Hometown Hippie private Facebook group. I could only go live in 3 places. I was also going to go live in Grateful Fed because this message today is for kind of the masses. But I am live here I can't get things to work. I'm live here today. So say hello. Tell us where you're watching from. Live now. And then let's see here. Live now. Let's get some folks over here. I like to text people. If you could do me a favor and tag a friend and tell them that we are live and in living color right now, I'd appreciate you so much. But we are going to keep this party rolling, right? So this week, what a week. And it's still working. I've been here since 7 a.m. I cooked a turkey all night last night. So when I get done today, the one thing that Mama's going to do is I'm going to get this kitchen cleaned back up the best I can. And we're going to deliver this last little Thanksgiving deliciousness. It's this Friendsgiving treat we got going out the door today. And then I'm going to get some rest and relaxation this afternoon. I'm not going to do hardly anything. And I feel really bad about it because I have a housekeeper coming tomorrow. And yeah, I like to get things in order, but it's just going to be what it's going to be. Luckily, I have a housekeeper coming tomorrow, right? First world problems. It's a new lady starting to do the house. I'm very excited about it. Heather Johns, thank you for tuning in this morning from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and dropping us a grateful fed. But Tammy's going to go home and get some rest tonight. But this is the month of November, and it is the month of giving thanks. And through all the things that happened starting last Saturday, we had a little bit of, actually, it's been a little bit more than that. So if we look at our community, our family of friends, I think it was 2 weeks ago now, isn't it, Heather? That Heather was here to visit for Harvest Fest, the end of the month. And she gets home, and as soon as she gets back from Harvest Fest, she gets a call that her mom has had a medical emergency. And now Heather is right now, like she said, up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Saturday, so a lot of you know from Hometown Hippie that Selena, she went down to kind of say goodbye to her grandmother who was on her final time in hospice, and she went down to deal with that situation. And while she was there, her father had a medical emergency, and she's been out all week by her dad's bedside holding his hand. And October 30th, Monday morning, I get woken up. So I know Selena's going to be out. She's going to be down in Newport News. So Monday morning, I get woken up at 6 o'clock, and my husband, Red's like, Grace is on the phone and she's having a meltdown. Like, something's wrong. I don't know what's going on. So I answer the phone, and Grace's cat is having some problems. There's Grace. Her cat's not doing well. And so we get through all of those. We got this, y'all, my team comes first. Wednesday, Tabby, our newest addition to our team, she lost her father. She finds out on the way to work. So, by Wednesday morning at 9 a.m., we are a little bit less than full on full hands, right? Fast forward to Friday morning at 6 o'clock, and Liz has got a stomach bug and is like, I'm trying to get myself together, but I know we don't have the hands. And I know we had to cater for 200 and do a Friendsgiving, but I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick. There's Hometown Skippy. We have decided, since I'm like Barbie's the lead character and Barbie's little sister is Skipper, I am definitely not a Barbie. So she, instead of the Hometown Hippie, she's the Hometown Skippy. So she's my little sister, like the Barbie franchise. So Grace is, hey, Amy. So Amy is the Hometown Skippy. And I'll tell y'all what, I sat down last night. We went in. So what we've catered yesterday was also, we got a call that the Friday before, someone who I've been friends with in a family who I care about very much. It's gonna be an emotional day, so get some tissues. One of my friends passed away last Friday morning of a heart attack. And he was someone who was David Cook. Everybody called him Cookie. He was the manager at the golf course, and they threw a celebration of life out for him. And David Cook was just one of those guys that everybody liked Cookie. He was just a nice guy, funny, cute as a bug, right? Good husband, just all the things, just all around fun guy to be with. And they always say only the good die young, and that's just the truth of the matter, right? And we talk about people being at the right place at the right time, right? Had Selena not been where she was when she was, her father might not still be here, right? She had the wherewithal to be able to handle the medical situations because she still had power, all the things, right? All the things put her where she's supposed to be. I really feel like, Heather, with your mom, I feel like, had you not come here and recharged your battery a little bit, that you would have probably been running on E if you would have had to deal with that coming off what you were coming off of with the truck and all the things that you were dealing with, right? You had a chance to refill your cup. You're ready to go back home and hit it running. You had a chance to do that. I feel like this week has been a lot of the right place at the right time. We did that thing yesterday. I said yesterday afternoon, I was sitting down, taking some deep breaths after this whole week of things that had happened and kind of formulating the plan for the next week, kind of seeing what we got going on, trying to maintain consistency and running a business, right? And being available and running a business. But understanding that the business the thing that I'm the most proud of, the accomplishment that I am the most proud of in everything that I do. People say, "Oh, you got this going on, you got that going on. I'm so proud. Which one do you love the best?" And I was like, the thing that I love the best about all of this, which is honestly what I've been trying to cultivate, is our company culture. It's about how we do it differently, right? How we do it differently. And that's one of the things we wanted to prove to people, was that in this day and age, I hear people come in here every day in the store. Other business owners, I interact with other leaders in the community. I talk to people who own businesses, and what they say to me is, I love how you're growing, but good luck finding good help, or good luck finding help, because nobody wants to work anymore. I want you to tell me in the comments right now, have you heard that in the last 6 months to a year? How many times have you heard people say, what's wrong with this world is that nobody wants to work anymore? Like, nobody has any desire to work anymore. How many of you have heard that? I want to know in the comments if I'm the only person that hears that from everybody in the world. Because that's all I hear anywhere when I go anywhere, is that people just don't want to work anymore. People just don't want to work anymore. They just don't want to do it. And I get a lot of blowback, and I'm really not in like the in group of business owners. I feel like sometimes I'm kind of the odd man out on 3rd Street. But I pipe back and I say, people don't want to work for assholes anymore. And they just stop and look at me like I've got three heads, right? And like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I have no trouble keeping help or finding help, right? But the thing that I'm the most proud of and the thing that we're building is this team. Because we keep the lights on by feeding people, but I don't believe that that is just the literal feeding people. I don't believe it's just the food that we give. I believe it's the hugs, it's the kind words, it's the every piece of we feed people, not just literally, but emotionally, physically, spiritually. However, sending out that Reiki energy is just as important. And I looked at the calendar next week, and this is a little off topic. We're gonna always get back to it. Everything happens for a reason, right? Had Selena not been where she was, things might not be the same as they are today, right? Had Selena not had the wherewithal to handle the situation she had to handle, even though it was a very difficult situation for Selena, Selena is in that place where the bridge has fallen and she's going to have to deal with the dam right now. And I need everybody who can hear my voice to just hold space to send her some love. Okay. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Um, she's going to be out a little bit longer, and that's okay. Right. But here's the thing. I believe with all of my heart, because we've been communicating very well, that I know during my hardest time dealing with my mom and her end of life, some of her big medical emergencies, the amount of stress and the amount of anxiety and the amount of pressure that is on you to deal with the medical stuff and to see your parent, maybe taking their last breath, maybe not. My mom, I called her the Timex watch. She'd take a licking and keep on ticking. We'd sit there and watch her in ICU and be told you to call people in. And then she wakes up and she's like, anybody give me some McDonald's? Just fine, right? It can happen. But it's already a lot. And Heather can attest to this, right? Heather can attest to this. It's a lot of stress being in that place. You're uncomfortable. It's heart wrenching, right? Anybody else ever sit there and watch somebody in the hospital? Right? Hello, Holly. Thanks for tuning in. Now, I remember the compounded thing was when I had to tell my work that I was at the hospital for my mom. And the fact that I felt like I gave them everything I had and I treated their business like I would treat my own. And when I told them that I was dealing with something, they did not care. It was about the continuity of business. We understand. We're very sorry for your mom, but you only have this many PTO days. I'm sorry, I really understand, but we need you back at work tomorrow because we got a deadline and a meeting you got to fulfill. Well, they didn't care. Where I had to have the added stress. Right? Anybody else ever been there? Like had to deal with a medical thing with a family member that maybe you weren't directly involved in, and then your work and your job, it's just making you feel like an asshole for it. And then if they act like it's fine, you still in the back of your mind going like, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Am I going to get fired? Am I going to lose my job now? I don't know how to pay my bills if this happens. And then you don't take care. You're not fully there for any of it. The last thing that my team needs, because Selena takes care of this business. Selena takes care of me. Selena takes care of each and every one of you. She takes care of me. She takes care of Grace. She takes care of Zach. She takes care of so many of us, right? And I'm going to get emotional because I am so proud of my team. I'm so proud of the culture that we have built. And I believe everything happens as supposed to. And you're exactly in the right place at the right time. And if Selena had to be away from the business, I'm like, okay, something beautiful is going to come out of this here because she was supposed to not be here. I think that a lot of it was a lot of busy week, and that Selena, they appreciate Selena. They can see the difference it makes. Not her being out a day and just getting caught up, but her being out, like her not being here doing those things. And Grace has stepped up. And Amy has stepped up, and my boys have stepped up, and Leslie, y'all. Leslie has stepped up. She decorated cakes for me this week. She baked pies for me this week. She made cookies for me this week. She said, we need to do this. She knew exactly what Selena showed her how to do. She gave me the order stuff. She said, what can we do for Selena? Can I go get Aria and let her spend the night with my kids? Like, how can we help? And of all of the things that I am proud of, right? I would say I'm proud of that bite of food, or I'm proud of that new thing we made, or that I'm proud of that decorated cake. I am the most proud of. And if anybody, I know Grace is here. I hope she's still watching. If anybody that's on my team, tag them in the comments below. Selena, Grace, Zach, Kyle, Tabby, Leslie, Amy. And speaking of which, let me tell y'all, Friday, I was so tired by Friday because we didn't have a dishwasher. So the boys have been rolling in the dishwasher. And with Liz being out, I was going to be the dishwasher. There was nothing else that I had to go into that spot. Because with Liz being out, Kyle and Zach versus Liz and Kyle on the truck, and having Zach in here, Zach stepped up and washed dishes all week. Leslie stepped in. I was like, I'm with the dishwasher. And Norma Jean came out Thursday afternoon, and just being sweet Norma Jean, she said, I'll be here at 9 in the morning. I wash dishes very well. And we worked the shit out of Norma Jean. Norma Jean, if you're watching, she's like, I said, we had this many dishes? She's like, I had no idea. But she said she will not wash another dish at her house until William puts in one of those 3-compartment sinks, because she liked that thing. But even the people from the community out here came in and just like, how can we help? What can we do? And you don't do that. You don't get that just making cheeseburgers, right? See, I love that, right? My family has done the same. They are all doing something out of their wheelhouse. I've built my own community of family because I built the foundation and have sown the seeds. They got it without me. I love that. I love that. And they can see all the things that you do when you're not there, right? Hello, Tianti. How are you? So I don't want any of them. I told Grace on Monday, I'm like, sweetheart, take a breath. You have to deal with that. I know that Selena's not going to be here. It's Monday. We'll get it. Liz jumped in. They got everything done that needed to be done on Monday. We had a great day. We got it all handled. Amy worked with us. Angie, my cousin, stayed and worked. But everything happens for a reason. Like I said, Liz got sick on Friday. So she said, hey, I really need to make the hours up. Can I come in and help with tomorrow? I was like, yeah, I could use the hands for tomorrow. So she came on Saturday. We were supposed to be 200 people on Saturday. We know for a fact it was 360 plus, because there were 360 lines signed in the sympathy book, and some of them had and family and 2 people's names on the same line. Everything we brought, we got took. It was insane. But for 2 straight hours, 2 hard straight hours, all we did was I filled up a buffet of food. I spent 2 hours setting it up, and I spent 2 hours filling it up. And had I not had Liz there, so had she not gotten sick and was, would have been having to work over 40 at that point, had she not gotten sick on Friday, the universe was like, hey, I got to stop Liz from coming in. I need her Saturday. The God doesn't make mistakes is my point. So even in these times when you're like, why is this happening? What is going on? You can stop and understand that things are not happening to us. They're happening through us. And that everything, whether we like it or not, is happening exactly in divine time. Can I get a hallelujah amen on that one? Tammy plans is what I say all the time. Tammy plans and God laughs. So I was like, for all of my best laid plans. But I want to say this, right? Yes, I love that. Instead of it hurting my feelings saying, oh, they don't need me anymore, I've changed my mindset so that I'm proud of them. I did good. You did do good, right? Everything is always happening as it should. Sometimes people need a little trial by fire, right? Sometimes people need a little trial by fire. And sometimes when we are magically taken out of the situation, like for Heather's situation, she didn't have she didn't have no sub plans ready, if that makes sense to y'all. No, when this is going to happen. It wasn't like a planned hip replacement surgery. And she knew it was coming for 6 months. So she had food prepped in the freezer and, all the laundry done and ready to go do the thing. These things that have happened this week have very much been like, ta-da, like, here's what's going on and here's how you're going to handle it. And, it's interesting because I've been talking about this a lot. and not just it's been coming in a lot, and I've been giving this advice. I don't want to say I've been preaching at somebody, but I've been giving this advice to a lot of people as of late, that we cannot control what happens to us. We have no control over the cog that happens to us. Now we can control who we spend our energy with. We can. Did you get the Starbucks yet? I did. I went online and ordered it, and then we were in a place, Amy and I, where she went over and picked up coffees. But thank you so much, Elizabeth. You're see, even this, like I'm going to call out today. This Elizabeth is making some phenomenal cheesecakes, and she also makes some phenomenal vegan and really healthy, great foods. I'm very proud to say today, I'm off topic, but it's okay. I'm going to get off topic. I can do that. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 items for a Friendsgiving party. Okay. These are Thanksgiving foods, and they are some of the best food we've ever put out. And the only thing that has gluten in it is the wild rice stuffing, because I didn't do that gluten free. We did the sweet potato casserole is gluten free, but the large green bean casserole, it's got gluten in it. So the stuffing, the green bean casserole, the rolls, and the pumpkin pie. But I made everything else gluten-free to include the gravy. Yes, I made gluten-free turkey gravy, and it is the most delightful thing you have ever eaten. It's how I always make it, that my gravy is always gluten-free. So that's a little side note if you didn't know that. But my turkey gravy is gluten-free because I use cornstarch to thicken it. But it is some of the best gravy I've ever made. I mean, it's freaking delicious. Because butter. Let's just be honest. Just because butter. But I was off topic and I apologize. But everything happens as it's supposed to, right? Had she not gotten sick, she wouldn't have been there. It smells like heaven in here. It just does. If you know, when you walk in, the whole place just smells delightful. It smells like Christmas and Thanksgiving all rolled into one right now. So when I was looking at everything happens exactly as it's supposed to happen, God doesn't make any mistakes. You know, Tammy plans and God laughs. But here's the thing, right? We can't control what happens to us. The thing that we can control is how we react to it. Right? For example, for Heather just said, she changed the way that she saw it. She used to get upset when they didn't need her. Ego would kick in, and she would be like, well, shit, you know, what about this? What about that? Did you do this? Did you do that? And find something. That's what I would always do anyhow. But this week, I said, I can either do my normal thing and spend 45 minutes freaking out, just being mad at the situation all by myself, just like, what am I going to do? Like, I'm never mad at anybody that the situation happened because of, but I'm like, I'm just flustered because I have to figure out what my next step is, right? And again, I use my analogy. I don't need to know what the solution is. I just need to know what my next positive step is to get through whatever we're getting through. We're going to get through it. We always do. And on Monday, I didn't know how we were going to get to Saturday, but I said, let me focus on Monday. Grace really, her and my ADHD works beautifully together. It's simpatico, right? Where she is weak, I am strong. And where I am strong, she is weak. So when it comes to making a master plan, and Grace is very good about just saying yes, right? So when we just look at the next, she's like, this is what's next. We make a list and we go to what's next. So on Monday, I was like, well, what do we have to do for Mondays? We got to get prepped for Tuesday. We got to get prepped for Tuesday night meals. Like, what do we got to do for Monday? Let's just get Monday figured out. And then Tuesday came around and we just got Tuesday figured out. So every single day, we just made a plan. It's like, what do we have to do right now? Like, what's next? Like, let's just do the next positive step. And that's what we focused on, right? Number one, we couldn't control all those things, you know, but we can control how we reacted to it. We can spend that 45 minutes to an hour having a meltdown and going, woe is me. And then guess what we're doing? We're focusing on all the negative things. We're focusing, and what you see, where your mind goes, your energy flows. So your reality is your perception. So if we perceived it as an awful, terrible, terrible, bad thing, the whole week was going to be an awful, terrible, terrible, bad thing. So I made the decision as a leader before anybody got to work, because they're always my early people, that I sent a group message out to everybody. It's like, hey guys, Here's the deal. So nobody's surprised when you walk into work. Here's where all the moving pieces and parts are. It's going to be fine. I've got some things figured out. If you have some suggestions on how we can make this all work, let me know, and we'll figure it out from there. I'm going to tell you what, Zach makes some very astute contributions to our planning. He's very quiet and thoughtful. But then he'll say, hey, Tammy, can I talk to you for a second? I'm like, sure. He's like, how if we did this and this and this, and then we could save time for that? And I'm like, hey, I love that. Why don't you work on a plate for that? Tell me how that looks, and then we'll try to implement it. And he does it. He's implemented a lot of things here. Different perspective, right? But I wanted to make sure that everybody had the ability to have their moment of like, oh shit, like somebody's out today. You know, we all have to do that. There's nothing worse. Can I get a hallelujah, amen in the comments than walking into work to a shit show? Like not knowing the shit show is coming, but walking in and it all being a shit show. Like people are out, you not knowing that till you get there. Everybody's already decided what the plan was. I do, and I always think like that's something that I hated. So I'm not going to let my team, right, have that happen. Right time, right place. Send the message out. Somebody says to me, hey, can I come in early? I have an idea. Can I come in an hour early? I can get this, this, and this done. And then we're ahead of the game. So we get busy here. And they're starting to think like that. And it makes my business mama heart grow 15 sizes every time they do it. And when you have the ability to kind of like take the breath and to ground yourself, right, then you're able to have a better outlook on it, right? To be able to like how you react to it, you can control that or work through that a little easier, right? Because it's not easy to do when it's sprung upon you, but when you know, you can make it, you can choose your perspective. So that was how kind of like some of the things that we kind of dealt with this week. And it's interesting. I've been, like I said, telling them that with things in their personal life, things in their their non-work life that we just friendly talk about and things like that. And so, we had our moments this week. We all had our moments this week. We had to walk outside for a minute. We should get some air for a second, right? But that being said, at the end of the day, we got it all done. We made sure that we took some time out of the day, not just to like hold space for, but to send some energy out to the people out there who needed our love. We put a lot of our energy and compassion into the food we made this week. And we've just been in the right place at the right time all week. And I want you, if you're out there today and you're struggling, sometimes this is a very hard week for me. This week of the year, my sister is usually kind of in her feels, right? We talked about this morning. She got really cry. She's like, I'm going to cry because tears of happiness, because I've never been happier. As much bad stuff that kind of came our way this week, and the amount of love we want to send out to everybody dealing with it. Amy said, you and I did not fight this week at all. We made some delightful food. We got stuff done. We know that we can do it. And she's like, I'm just so happy. Mom, this is mom. This week is mom, right? Mom, this is her favorite week of the year. And doing this made her not feel so missing mom. So even being able to help Amy the first Thanksgiving that she's going to have either of her kids here. Matthew left today to go, get some stuff and out west. So he's gone out to New Mexico. He'll be gone all week. And Juliana won't be home from New York, from California until Christmas time, because it was too much just to fly home for a couple of days. So it's her first year without her kids. And our family's not really doing anything for Thanksgiving. And she, even this week, her being this active and having to be here and cook Thanksgiving and be around other people. And I think she's going with Grace to Thanksgiving now. Everything at the right time, at the right place. Everything is always happening in the right time and the right place. Even the things that you don't love, right? Like Carly always tells me, it's like, Tammy, everything is of God or nothing is. So even when your mom gets sick, even when your grandma or your dad or whoever it may, your animals, your friends, even those bad things, They're exactly what in divine time. They're exactly in divinity guided. And I know it doesn't make it sound easier, and it sucks. And I have pictures of me sitting in the ICU with my mom on a BPAP machine, letting something else breathe for her, and just her spirit being held on just by the tethering, I think, of me holding her hand and not wanting to leave us behind. Um, Even that was of divine time. I didn't think so at the time. I don't like it. I don't love it. I don't want some more of it. Right. But all of it, the precipice for this was my mom, that happening. I put all of my energy into my mom until she was here. I didn't have kids. I babied her until she, all of it. Every heartbreak, every loss, every victory, every defeat, everything is of God. Good, bad, or ugly. And it's all part of your soul's contract, your karmic connections, or karma, whatever, all the words, even if we don't like it. And this week I really felt like, as far as my path and my growth as a human, because I really have felt like they say like your path to enlightenment is like all over the place. After my little health situation, which I'm still, I'm dealing with, I know now it's more of just what I thought it was, not some more serious stuff. It's like, let me get this stuff calmed down. And it was like, oh, okay, I don't have cancer in my stomach. That's a good thing. Which it was all weird, wonky, but whatever. After all that, and I forced myself to take a little rest, kind of like Heather, like, right? I had all that time that I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a couple of days off, even though I was a very bad day off person. I did take that time, and I had not had that time, I don't know that I would have been, because we've been operating on 7 days a week now for about, I don't know, a month and a half, about a month at least, about 4 weeks. I've done 28 days, 29 days straight of working, not just this, like working. We have had work to do. Holiday seasons are great, and we love them. Had I not even that part of it was right place, right time, divinely guided. Had an opportunity to take a breather. And so many of you, maybe you're not listening to your doctors. Maybe you're homesick right now with the flu or strep throat. I want you to really think about what your body had been telling you prior to this. I want you to really look at what comes of that, because sometimes, like Liz, she's like, look, if you're manifesting me being here on a Saturday because you need me, you can do it a lot softer to make it something else. Do not make it throwing up and a stomach bug. That's my least favorite thing. I was like, okay. I was like, I didn't know I manifested that, so I'm very sorry, but I'll let the universe know next time to give you, like, I don't know, a headache. I was like, I don't tell you. But yeah, I love that. We talked about that a lot too, right? That's why I stopped saying why me instead of why not me. Finding my message in my mess has improved my life in so many ways. Such a change. It is. And it's funny because I had that little book, and one of the first little like sermons that I did, it was a channeled message that I didn't even know was coming out, and it was the DDD, decide or design, design something. It's like, decide that you deserve better, and then it's the 3Ds. I don't even remember them now. I'm like, not, my head's not working. I'm tired, but it's in my book. And a lot of that is right. Find the mess in your message. You cannot control what the world throws at you, but you can control how you respond to it. And everybody needs a moment to take a deep breath, to kick and cuss, maybe, right? Uh, let's see. Heather said, oh man, you said it. I've had many fuck this moments in the back parking garage. Get it out and move on, because that's all you can do, right? Like I said, we could have wasted so much time this week talking about, well, this is some bullshit. This sucks. Oh my God, really? Not one person had a bad attitude. Not one person, not one time. The worst thing we dealt with this week is that Liz wore a sweatshirt she didn't want to wear to work. But she said, I didn't do laundry. I was mad at myself for wearing it. She got grease on it. And she had a little moment this week where she was like kind of kicking the dirt. And she's like, I'm fine. I've rebounded. I'm good. I was like, perfect. I was like, here's a t-shirt. I bought you a new t-shirt for that. But the team just stepped up and stepped into that. And so I just want you all to know out there, right? I'm going to get the cards down for today's. I can barely lift my arm up. If you are going through something like Selena, something like Heather, something like whatever it is, right? Some of you, this week's hard on some people. It's the week of Thanksgiving, right? But it's also probably the reason that we can handle it this month because we have been living in gratitude all month. We shouldn't just do it on the month of November, but because it's about gratitude, raising the vibration. One of the things that I say is that our goal as a community, like what is my mission statement? My mission statement and my goal is to raise the collective vibration one person at a time, whether it be through good company, good food, good conversation, right? A good buzz, laughter, whatever it is that raises the collective vibration. If I can make everybody laugh, the vibration that's a highly vibrational feeling. So I always try to make people smile or laugh because instantly it's an instant like dopamine shot to raise your vibration. And we talk about one person at a time because one person can't change the world. But how many times this week or last week or in your life or just in general, we talk about everything is happening exactly as it should, or you're in the right place at the right time. Have you ever interacted with a stranger and they're like, you have no idea? And some weird situation like a flat tire made you late to your favorite coffee spot, but you were stopping anyhow, so there's a new barista there, and you had an interaction and then it made their whole day. When I tell you everything happens as it's supposed to, everything happens as it's supposed to. Amy was just saying that earlier today. She's like, I've probably made the best food and I had to cook because I had no option this week. I truly believe it was going to help mend her soul. My mom's like, I don't want you to have a terrible Thanksgiving week like you always do. I want you to have fun, and the babies ain't going to be there because you let them drive all over the world. Because mom would be so mad about that. And I try to hold on to that pettiness for her, but Amy does not let it. She can tell me go kiss her ass. She would still be like, y'all, your nanny said you can't go nowhere. Hey, wait, and probably why.
Katrina needed Juliana to be out there for Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah. And so everything's happening exactly as it's supposed to be. So don't believe that it's not, because it's that kind of thing. And I talk about the power of one. The power of one. Every day we have the ability to change the world for one person. If you make somebody smile, you've changed their life. You've raised their vibration. That's an instant thing that you can physically see that you have done. Kristen from Farmville, what are you doing in Farmville this morning? There's the hometown Skippy. Like Barbie has Skipper, I have Skippy. Hippie and Skippy. We should do like different like different hippies, like hometown hippie, like Barbies. Like you'd have like crazy hippie. Like I have an idea. Anyway, I have so many ideas. I've got so many ideas. The reason I have so many ideas today is because one of the things we talk about raising the vibration. It's yes. And sometimes when you alter your state of consciousness in whatever way, whether it be alcohol or pot or whatever, right? To include a little bit of sleep deprivation, you tend to let down your guard. I am still live. You cannot show me that stuff till after I'm done being live. I get off my game. I am. I'm channeling it. You stop. See, Skipper. I love being apart. Okay, I'll take a deep breath. We're gonna ground our energy. Okay. Power of one. Every day you have the ability to do that for somebody. And again, I talk about this all the time. Some days that person has to be yourself, because you can't help others if you don't help yourself. So if you're also someone out there today who is helping everybody else and not helping yourself, I want you to take a few minutes. Like I said to Heather, had Heather not come here and taken a little weekend off and recharged her energy and taken the time she needs to take care of herself, she could not be there for her mom. And so I told Selena this: if you don't come home, hug your baby, sleep in your bed, you're not going to be worth anything to anybody, because you're not going to take care of you, and you can't pour into others if you don't have it to pour into. So when the power of one comes about, self-care is not selfish. But I implore you, share a smile with somebody tomorrow. even today. You haven't got to leave your house to do it. If you're somebody's like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going home today. I'm not coming back out of my house till tomorrow. I promise y'all that. But you can take a moment, right? Take a breath and say, who's on my mind today? Who can I reach out to just to say, hey, I'm thinking of you? Because those things go a long way of changing. That's it's simple as that. How you change the world. It's the million micro things that you do. And Selena says it's so hard, but you're absolutely right. You have to. You have to. I mean, I tell people, and Selena will tell you this. I'm like, I want you, Selena. So I told her the other day. I said, I want you to take the advice that you would give me in this exact same position. Because as much as I feel like, these are my babies and I love them and I want to take care of them, they have no idea how much I treasure each and every one of them and how much they don't know how much they take care of me. Because like I said last night, and I had written this post and I had ChatGPT like make it more professional and like less cryy. And like I said, this is how I'm going to end this. I'm going to pull a card. And Sarah Watts, hey, Sarah Watts, she's our event team. The thing that I wanted to recreate when I started this business and building this, and I feel like we really started seeing it this last month or so. What I loved about the business of feeding people in the restaurants and catering is that I've always ever done this with my family. And there's nothing more that I enjoyed than spending days upon weeks upon years working side by side, building something as a family. And when I came in here, I wanted to recreate that. And when I first started this business, the first people that I tried to convince to like leave their careers and leave their things behind was my sister and my cousins and all my family members, my nieces, my nephews. And it was just not the right time or the right place. They're like, that's you, Susu. We ain't trying to work that hard. We want to go to college. I'm like, but you don't need college. Come on, work with Susu. I got you. You don't need no stinking teacher career. I got lots of kids you can teach. That was what I wanted to create. And then I started hearing, if you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. And, and it means so many different things because we're starting to see a substantial uptick in our guest traffic through here. But I really believe that what I was hearing is if you build it, they will come was about the family we were going to build. I talk about all the time about this is my legacy and leaving a piece of me behind because when I'm gone, there's no little Tammys out there carrying it on. I didn't have any kids of my own. Now my sister swears she's like, you got there's two very strong pieces of you of my kids. They both have their things that are very much like me, but there's literally none of my personal, like my specific DNA anywhere. But that gave me all this mom energy to share with so many people. And Selena showed up and Grace showed up and Liz and Zach and Kyle and Tabby and Leslie and Destiny, she's back in South Carolina, and my sissy came, and the kids fill in when they can. And there's Matthew was here, and he tells everybody he's the owner of this business. I'm gonna be the owner of this business one day. He's always acting so official. And my daddy comes every day and just he feels comfortable here. And all of you came, and Norma Jean came, and when you walk in the door, you say, the energy, even our like delivery people, like they love being here. Like we love this, our favorite stop. And then Heather shows up and comes in the door, just makes coffee, and what do I need to do? And so I think a lot of it was not just we're going to build it, the people will come, but the people who were supposed to be here to build this foundation and to be my soul family, my soul circle, my my spirit children, whatever you want to call them. I told them the other day, I was like, I could not, in their own specific ways. Selena and Grace are like my girls, right? My children. Even Liz, because Liz and I Bluetooth brain sometimes. It's like that movie Duplicity, when you clone a person and like they each get specific, like you're this person, you're this person, you're this person. Like the attention to detail, like when we say clean something, Selena cleans like me. She sees it the same way I do. I mean, Amy's like, that is your gold standard for like how you want to work, how you want people to work. She works her ass off. Grace is creative and fun and energetic and as ADHD as I am. And we cook all over the kitchen and we get excited about food and the excitement feeds into the taste of it. And she is a creation genius. Her ideas are very much in my ideas. Like I said, she never says no. She's like, okay, let's do it. We'll figure it out. Just give me what you want it to look like. She's like, how do you want to do this? I'm like, I don't know. Let's just make it happen. There's just so many different things that make my heart grow every day. And I think that when you build it, they will come was about the people that were supposed to be here to help build this business and to turn it in to the thing that it's eventually going to be. I'm just overjoyed with gratitude for each and every one of you. It's the week of Thanksgiving. This is my mama's favorite holiday in the whole wide world. It's my favorite holiday. It was not about presents or stress of money to buy somebody something. It was just about good food, good company, your family, and being grateful for all that you had. So that being said, I'm going to pull our crystal card for the week. If you still need Thanksgiving food, we do have some capacity. I bought more than just to make sure we had enough and we didn't get as many orders for Thanksgiving. I mean, we'll use it. Don't get me wrong. Oh gosh. And our boys, y'all, I can't leave our boys out. Leslie has just been, Amy's just like adopted everybody. Amy's just everybody's mom. Amy's literally, she's adopted Kyle and Zach. They're eventually her kids. We can't make Zach's mom's jokes anymore because it's Amy, but just kidding, Selena. We can still do that. Tabby is starting to speak up and all the things and this, we gave them some things and it's just our team is phenomenal. We love and miss you, Selena. I want to hug your neck and kiss you on your cheeks and faces all over. We're going to get through this next week. Elevated Advent Calendar will be hitting your mailboxes by December 1st. We're going to be rocking and rolling. All the supplies are en route for those. I will be dropping the Black Friday specials, which I completely forgot. We're going to happen next week. So that will be dropped this week. I'll figure that out today sometimes. I am going to call in my angels, my guides, and my helpers. I'm going to ask each and every one of you watching today to take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. A couple more deep, long, cleansing breaths. Feeling your body relax on the exhale. Focus on any questions you may have for the cards today. I'm going to do a crystal affirmation, our crystal card, which will be our weekly card. We miss you so much. We miss you so much. Y'all don't know. I don't know that y'all know how much I love y'all. Every person, y'all just don't know. Like, I don't know that God could have given me kids, but I don't think I can love them anymore. Like, I'm like, my heart cannot love this big all the time. It's just so much. And I want to take it all away. All of the stuff that's not fun and icky and hurtful and all that stuff, I want to take it. But I know that y'all have to bear that cross. It's part of that growing into womanhood, right? It's that mother, maiden, crone energy. And some of these things that y'all are going through, I have been through. And I know how big it is. And I hope that the one thing you never have to worry about is stressing over how you're going to take care of your family because you got to take care of you. I will never, ever not give you work-life balance at the best of the ability. We will find the strength to get through whatever we have to do, but you are always going to come first. And I know that none of y'all ever abuse that on me, and I appreciate that. And as we grow, I hope that we attract that same energy. That just came out. I don't know where that came from. We're going to go ahead and pull our crystal card for the week. My heart fire is burning today. It's just big and exploding. It's probably because I'm a little tired and it smells like Thanksgiving here. And I'm just missing y'all. So we're going to pull a little crystal card today. And this is for the, it jumped. I mean, you saw it just jumped out. I've never seen, I can't even pronounce this one. I've never pulled this card. Woo. I don't know how we love this one. This one looks intense, y'all. I've never seen this card. And it looks like a nug. Uh, Epidot, Epidot. I've never seen this one, and it says "Go deeper." It looks like a frosty nug, though. Epidot. Anybody know what that stone even is? I've never seen that. I'm telling you, in 5 years, 3 years of pulling these cards, I have never pulled this card or read this card. I didn't know this was a crystal. This is interesting. I'm very excited about this one. Ooh, this is why this is happening this week. Okay, this makes sense now. It's gonna be a big one, y'all. Okay, okay. Epido. It looks like an EpiPen. Epido. You are ready to heal on a deeper level. Peel back the layers around your heart by letting your guard down and opening yourself up to being vulnerable. I'm sorry. You are ready to heal on a deeper level. Peel back the layers around your heart by letting your guard down and opening yourself up to being vulnerable. Begin to address any emotional wounds so you can repair your heart and renew your spirit, leaving you open to pursuing healthier relationships. You are strong enough to shatter all the barriers that you have been holding back from forming a deeper connection with people in your life. It takes bravery to dive deep, but once you do, you can unlock a more meaningful existence. Core questions. Are you holding yourself back from creating deeper relationships? Do you allow yourself to be vulnerable? What can you do differently to open up to those around you? The affirmation this week is I open my heart to loving connections. Today, take the time to have a deeper conversation with someone. And I feel that that's really apparent for a lot of us about peeling those layers back and maybe going ahead and having the hard conversations. And a lot of this is about maybe we're letting something go. Maybe we let something, we swept it under the rugs. We won't deal with it. It's time to deal with it. It's time to begin to heal on a deeper level. And it's interesting because I really feel like that has been really evident for me this week. I had to kind of resolve some like big emotions around myself with seeing some of the, some things that are going on right now brought back some really big emotions for me. And I want you all to know that no matter what happens through this time in your life, there's a message in your mess. And I believe there's like things you have to see from different perspectives. I believe that there are lessons we have to learn, and sometimes we continue at this point. Sometimes it's hard lessons, right? I want to encourage you to do the work, to give yourself grace and to give others grace, and know that people are doing, when you know better, you do better, right? When you know better, you do better. And some people just don't know better. And some people have to deal with a lot of really awful things to be able to finally do better. They have to lose a parent. They have to lose a spouse. They have to lose, a job. They have to lose themselves. They have to maybe lose their license. Maybe they have to lose a job. Whatever it may be, sometimes people have to take the hit, and the people that you love have to take the hit. And when you love them and you're like, oh, I don't want to see that hit taken. Carly tells me, she's like, you have to raise your love to an impersonal level where you can hold space for them and encourage them. They have to get through it, but you can't take it on. And allowing them to fulfill their own, that's going to keep them from having to do this in like 10 other lifetimes. If we step in and help people out of these situations sometimes and try to magic wand it away, then they're going to have to go through this heartache 10 more times until they're able to feel it the way they're supposed to heal it, to heal from whatever they have to heal from. And again, I don't believe anything happens by accident. The good, the bad, and the ugly. There's always a message in your mess. And sometimes it's the precipice for change in your life that you never expected, you never dreamed of, and you never even wished for. But when it comes, you're just like, holy wow, man, if this, that, and the other. How many addiction stories have you heard that turned out just gorgeous, but it had to have that moment of like what it was, like an OD or whatever, to be able to get there? Now, I believe that you can do things with more gentleness, ease, and grace, but I believe that when you deal with a hard situation and it is a precipice for something, I call it a tower moment or whatever, it really makes you reevaluate and reassess what's important. So if you're out there this week of Thanksgiving, number one, remember that the quickest way to raise your vibration is through gratitude. So when you're having a struggle or you're thinking about something, I want you to stop. I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to find something to be grateful for. Immediately say, I am grateful for the ability to cry, for the ability to have the wherewithal to know that I have to release these tears to get the emotions out. I am happy that I'm feeling my feelings because it means that I'm alive in this body and the soul is still kicking. I am grateful for the sunshine outside because just like plants, I need light to grow. I'm grateful that I can get clean, fresh water when I need it because I need that to nourish my body. I'm grateful for my family who protects me and keeps me safe. Whatever you are grateful for, you can be grateful for the hair on your head because maybe you were bald headed before. I don't know. Whatever you have, everybody has something to be grateful for. And if you're feeling at your worst, dig deep, find something to find gratitude for. It'll immediately change the way you see it. You cannot control what life throws at you. You can control how you react to it. Now, here's the thing. You have to also remember, even this week in this trying time, I had to set some boundaries for me. I was like, okay. And going into this boundaries, I'm looking at next week and I said, you know what? We have people out next week. We're closed. So like Liz is off, has already been off on Wednesday for going out of town for Thanksgiving. So Selena's gonna be there's funerals. Tabby's got some funerals. Selena's got some funerals. We have Thanksgiving, all the things. So we're gonna be closed tomorrow. We're just resetting tomorrow and getting ready for Thanksgiving prep. We do have $8 quarts this week of heat and eat soups available. We will have a limited lunch, just things coming out. We're going to be running on PubHub just out of the inside as we clean things out. We've got sliders and certain things we just are ready to like move through and be done. And we're going to do some great deals. It's all good, fresh stuff. We just bought more than we needed of like sliced turkey and sliced ham for events. And I want to make sure we get all that sold. Make sure people have something for lunch. But we're going to close the truck this week and we're not going to open back up on the truck until Saturday. And we are going to be doing something for Small Business Saturday. If you are local and you shop local, even if you're not local, if you come from out of town and you shop local, if you come to our food truck on Saturday and you have a receipt that you have shopped local and Friday or Saturday for, holiday presents or whatever, even shopping local for something you wanted, bring a local receipt from a local business and we were going to give you 10% off of your meal. And we're going to have a fun after Thanksgiving holiday menu with breakfast. We're having like a Thanksgiving burrito. It's got cranberry sauce and stuffing and roasted turkey. It's going to be delightful. We're also going to give you a break from all that food and give you some steak and cheese subs will be back, some fresh made ribeyes in there, something else other than, we have some salmon cake or salmon taco box. So we have some stuff like that happening. But we're going to take a little break this week. We're going to get Thanksgiving. We have some Thanksgiving sides to make and some pies to make and advent calendar treats to do. So I'm going to give everybody a chance to catch their breath this week because just like those people who are out need us to be there for them, the people that are here picking up the slack, right? Same thing. I want to support my people who are off and tell them that take the time that you need. We have things to do here that we can actually we're going to rest on our laurels a little bit. It's not like me to do that. We're going to be able to have some capacity that way to take in some other Thanksgiving cooking for people. And we're going to take a little exhale this week, drop our shoulders this week, and we're going to do what we have on tap, right? We've got this many. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 different orders to fulfill for offsite or for bulk food pickup for Thanksgiving food. And we're just going to work on getting the kitchen reset, getting Advent stuff done, getting our baked goods and all of this stuff done. And if you need something for Thanksgiving, we do have capacity. Please let us know. And then be on the lookout for Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, the Advent calendars. They have to be out by December 1st. We're getting final counts on those. So today the price is going to be, I'm 4 days late because I didn't have a chance to do it. But the price will go back up on, actually, you know what? I'm going to leave. No, the price is going to have to go back up because of what we have to get extra stuff. No, it's not. The price is going to be what it's going to be. Grab you an Advent calendar. get in on the drawing. If we sell the 100, we're going to do the $500 drawing. We're not close to that yet, but if you want one, grab one. They are going good. We sold a bunch this week. I think we got like 30 or 40 of those gone now. So make sure you grab your advent calendar. Stoneware stockings will be dropping. I got all the things for that the other day. We just know your value. Yes, know your value. So it's like, Tammy, they're supposed to go up 4 days ago. And I feel bad because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I just don't feel right changing the price right now. It's a good value. It's a really good value. The box, we added it up. We say it was like at one. So I just did 12 of the treats. Let me tell you the value of that box because I just did the value of it. I have it. And then I'm live. I'm coming. I'm getting off here. The box is valued at over $300, well over $300. So you want to grab that for the holiday season. We are going to get off of here. It's 1 hour exactly. I got to go get this stuff done. We got people's the food coming out. I want to say thank you so much. Girl, it's fine. I know, and it's okay. We got to get them done. I'm going to try to get them mailed out. The 28th is the plan, to get them in the mail on the 28th. Anything getting mailed should go out on the 28th. We're going to take it early in the morning, maybe the 27th if I can work it. I don't think the 27th is going to be feasible, but we can definitely get them out the 28th. And I love y'all and I appreciate you. Don't worry about that. It's all good. But that's good. I'm going to put some posts up for holiday hours, all that kind of stuff. But I appreciate everyone for tuning in today. Please hold space and send love to our team. We're still, we're going to get through it this week, and then we're going to be ready to rock and roll in December with all the fun stuff. I will be going live every day in December on our Hometown Hippie platform on YouTube and TikTok, and as far as Instagram as well, probably in Reels here. And we're going to do the elevated treat every day, go over it, talk about what it is, what it do, all the things. And I'm going to have a great month of December. I'm doing it with y'all. My sister just told me what she wanted for her Christmas present was an elevated advent calendar. So she's getting one for Christmas. I'm going to see who else in my family wants that for a Christmas gift. And then I want y'all to know that I love each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. The thing that I want you to leave with today is knowing that things don't happen to you, they happen through you. There's always a mess in your message, and everything is always happening and in divine time. It's a precipice. No matter how hard it is right now, there's a reason for it, and it's going to be okay. I appreciate you. I'm thankful for every single person who can hear my voice right now, whether it's now or in 2 weeks somewhere else. You hear it. If you can hear my voice, I'm thankful for you. I'm going to get off here today. I'm just trying to get this stuff down and change this up a little bit here. There we go. As Heather said in the comments, we always end our lives with a little peace, a little love, and a little feast. As always, y'all stay elevated. I'm Tammy. Until next time, I'll see you.